Alright, hello everyone, I am the man and welcome to Dear Esther Landmark Edition. Now I have played Dear Esther before, a long time ago back on the Xbox One.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to put on subtitles. Closed captions. Put on large captions. In case elderly people are watching. I did play this a long time ago back on the Xbox One. I know this is not for everyone. If you don't know what Dear Esther is, it's mostly just walking. It's walking simulator. So if that's not your cup of tea and you want to go and sip a cup of action or horror, feel free to go check out some other games or another video. Or if you're new here and it's your first time seeing my channel, hello, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I thought I'll play this. I'm going to play through all of it all in one video. Let's kind of explore around. Believe it or not, in case you aren't new here, I know I've said this in another video. I think it was Spirit of the North. Depends on when you're seeing this. Might be seeing this in May, most likely. If you are, then I said this in Spirit of the North. These are the games I actually enjoy. Believe it or not. Sure, I like a good shooter. I like a good horror game. But these games are very hard to find. And believe it or not, they're really entertaining. Also, this game is super, super fucking detailed. So, just saying. So if you don't like walking simulators and you don't want to hear me ramble on about random stuff, feel free to go watch something else. I did indeed play all the way through it on the Xbox.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums, just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6, and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Is that the same voice actor that plays Daniel from Amnesia? Is it? He sounds very familiar. I'm gonna have to look that up. Also, I forgot there's actual dialogue.
I found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
It's way too dark for me to see. I think that is the same voice actor for Daniel from Amnesia. Or it looks like it's a dead end. I guess I head back. I can't really sprint. Every button on my controller, I'm using a controller by the way, is to zoom in. It's kind of funny. But this game is very beautiful and it's very detailed. Like, there's interesting symbols everywhere. You're supposed to find urns, which I don't know where those are. But definitely be on the lookout. There's supposed to be 4 of them. So I did finish this back on the Xbox One a long time ago. So, yeah. If you are seeing this in May, I know I've been getting into a lot of horror games. Back into a lot of horror games, and especially a lot of old horror games. And that's basically what my channel was originally supposed to just be, is just random indie horror games. That's all it was supposed to be, till I decided, you know what, let's try and do full walkthroughs. Oh shit! Good thing you can't die in this game unless you can. Has anyone tried to die in Dear Esther? Welcome to Dear Esther, I'm gonna jump off this cliff. My name is Dear Esther, and welcome to Jackass. I don't fucking know. Imagine if this is the prequel to Amnesia. Secretly is Daniel. This is what happens before Amnesia. Or maybe after. Ooh, it might be after. Because I forgot, spoiler alert, Daniel does escape at the end of Amnesia. So maybe he comes here to forget what happened at the castle. Maybe. Ooh, spooky. Okay, don't go that way. Go up here.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
Okay, maybe it's not Daniel, because I'm pretty sure Daniel would be dead by now. Oh god, burp. Would have been dead by now.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Man. Whoever that is, he needs to narrate a book. Unless he already has.
A motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most godforsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Yeah, that has to be fucking Daniel from Amnesia. The voice actor sounds so familiar. I'm gonna have to look it up after this. Hey, look at that boat. I probably can't get to that. I wonder if I
Dear
can.
Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Yes. Alright. Man, I wish I could make it to the boat.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why, asked the farmers. Why, asked Jakobsen. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
All these paintings. Is there an urn here? Probably missed it or something. I don't know. The hell's that? Clothing. Interesting. I really wish you could sprint in this game. Look at that. It's a radio tower? Reminds me of the radio tower in Slender, The Arrival. We're gonna go there and stop Slender.
I dreamt I stood in the center of the sun, and the solar radiation cooked my heart from the inside. My teeth will curl and my fingernails fall off into my pockets like loose change. If I could stomach, I'd eat, but all I seem capable of is salt water. Were the livestock still here, I could turn feral and gorge. I'm as emaciated as a body on a slab, opened up for a premature source of death. I've rowed to this island in a heart without a bottom, all the bacteria of my gut rising up to sing to me.
Interesting. Hey, it's a book. What's down here, though? That's what I want to know. Let's accidentally fall down there. Okay, yeah, let's not go that way, 'cause I'll most likely fall. To walk all the way back. Keep it moving, people. Orderly fashion. I love this game, it's awesome. getting dark and spooky. Up. Going down.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the Welcome Break services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Alright, give me 1 minute. I have to close my curtains. The glare on the screen is horrible. I can see again. Alright. Look at that. Can't tell if I'm supposed to go that way or what, but let's go over here first. I'm curious. I'm curious, George. What the hell is that out there? What is that? Is that a ghost? Man, I don't want to fucking find out. Pretty sure Dear Esther isn't a horror game, but I don't trust that. Please tell me you saw what I think I saw. I get Dear Esther is not a horror game, but I could have sworn I saw someone standing right
It's
there.
only at night that this place makes any sluggish effort at life. You can see the boy and the aerial. I've been taking to sleeping through the day in an attempt to resurrect myself. I can feel the last days drawing upon me. There's little point now in continuation. There must be something new to find here. Some nook or some cranny that offers a perspective worth clinging to. I've burnt my bridges. I've sunk my boats and watched them go to water.
I could have sworn I saw someone standing right there in a gray cloak type thing. It's kind of freaky. I don't know. I'm seeing shit. I haven't slept in days. Of course, I never sleep, but still. Alright, let's see what we got here. Can we not enter the boat? I guess not. So which way am I supposed to go? Let's try this way. I think I'm supposed to go up there. Is that a tripwire? Oh no,
There
no.
must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
That's all he had to say. Alright then. Nice talking to you.
had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Let's go down here first. Do some exploration. Oh no, there's another path there. Which one do I take? Okay, should have
When
taken.
I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
Please tell me that's not screams and that's just the wind blowing down there. The hell's that? See something down there, let's get the fuck out of here.
I've begun my ascent on the green slope of the western side. I've looked deep into the mountain from the shaft and understood that I must go up and then find the way under. I will stash the last vestiges of my civilization in the stone walls and work deeper from there. I'm drawn by the aerial and the cliff edge. There is some form of rebirth waiting for me there.
An amnesia rebirth. Oh snap. Predictions. Oh wait, you're seeing this in 2021. What am I talking about? The game's already out by the time you're seeing this. I've probably most likely already played it. It's 2020, by the way.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
I swear I saw something else. I saw that same fucking hooded figure. Like I said, this game is not a horror game. But come on, man. I'm getting fucking paranoid. I get that way real easily. I kinda don't want to go in this house. I haven't found an urn yet. There's gonna be one here. Oh.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
I don't know where you find. Oh shit. I don't know where you find them urns. There isn't one here. Oh well. Let's keep moving. I've been down there. Down there. My southern accent decides to come out and say hello to everybody.
He left his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing. The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stones. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
Still keep an eye out for urns and that hooded figure. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna go back and watch this footage, then realize there was really no hooded figure and that I'm actually hallucinating. Then I'll feel stupid. People will be shouting in the comments, there is no hooded figure! He's not real! He can't hurt you! What? I just got fucking chills. What is that? Okay, it just fucking stopped. What the fuck, man? I got them damn chills. Oh shit, oh fuck! Oh, shit.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
I want to know what that fucking distorted singing was. Is this actually a horror game? I don't remember this game being a horror game. I remember it being a nice, peaceful walking simulator with a pretty damn good story and pretty damn good narration. Did I shrink? What the fuck? Oh, I was crouched, okay.
They'd stop the traffic back as far as the Sandford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched Paul time it to the second on his watch.
Yeah, these cave drawings, man. Am I stuck in here? Where the hell am I supposed to go? I know I'm supposed to go away. Thanks, lady. Oh, shit. Any of you seen an urn? Guess not. The hell am I supposed to go? For real, where? Yo, I really don't know where the hell I'm going. Oh. So that means I have to go up. Ooh, pretty. Do I have to jump in there? Whee! Curse splash. Uh-oh. Swim up, swim up, swim up, swim up, don't jam. Don't fall in.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
Whoa, look at that. Is that Georgie's boat? Uh-oh. Well, these are crystals. I thought these were shrooms. Dude, take some of these crystals and you'll be fucking filthy stinking rich. There's a way going up and a way going this way, so I'm gonna go this way first. And it's dead end. Well, I head back. Wait, okay, yeah, no. Head back. Ooh, holy shit. Can I go up here? Nope. All these crystals. Look at all them spots.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
I can barely read that. Holy shit. These cave paintings cover every piece of this wall tunnel thing. I don't know. Are we nearing the exit of the cave, or are we going to continue through the cave? Down another hole? Alright, whee! Did I die? Is that supposed to happen? The fuck? What? The hell is this? Okay, I'm alive. Guessing this is the exit. Looks like it. Yep, I win! Hooray!
I sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Alright then. Oh.
air and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceilings.
Okay. So he's the one who made the cave paintings? The hell's that? Oh, it's a bunch of car parts. Whoa, look at that big one.
There were chemical diagrams on the posters on the walls on the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
I like the story. I like everything about this game. Music, everything. I like it.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Eggs. Oh, okay. I was about to say, is that it? Really wish people would make more games like these. Because they are really good and very entertaining and tell great stories. Because games are supposed to be more of an experience. Sure, it's...
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes. Certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
Please tell me you see that. That's the same damn figure I've seen. It's gonna be gone, isn't it? That's the same thing I've been seeing throughout this entire damn game. It's gonna be gone. Guarantee you it's gonna be gone.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Told you it's fucking gone. That's literally what I've been seeing throughout certain parts of this game. First I saw it whenever I was walking down that path where the boats was. Then I saw it walking to that house. So it is real. I swear to you, that was there before. I've been seeing it throughout certain parts of this game. So I wasn't seeing things. Maybe the character in the game was, but I wasn't. That has been in the goddamn game. The whole damn time. Shut up, creepy music.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Told you guys, it's fucking real. That has appeared twice in this game. Well, 3 times now, but...
Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled, washed onto the lost shore under a moon as fractured as a shattered wing. We cleave, we are flight and suspended, these wretched painkillers, this forming constant. I will take flight, I will take flight.
Sure, buddy, whatever you say. This old war bunker. What the hell's that? Did I go there? There's a shack there. Damn it. I'm guessing this is... I saw it again, it was down there and it ran.
He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
Came into what? my god, there it is again. Fucking thing has been following me this entire goddamn game.
We will leave twin vapor trails in the air, white lines etched into these rocks. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
And that is it. I think this is the end of the game. What an amazing game. This game is so awesome. I love it. Hope everyone enjoyed this full walkthrough. Hopefully it's not too long. I think it was like, what, an hour or so? But still, man, this was a great game. It really was. Hope everyone else enjoyed it. I know it wasn't exactly what everyone likes. But hey, if you stuck around to the end, thank you for watching. This game was awesome. I really like it. I liked it the first time, and I like it the second time. Great story, great looking visuals. Just everything. The music. I still don't know if that's Daniel from Amnesia. I don't know the voice actor's name, but I'm gonna have to check. Design written. Audio remaster. Programming. Dear Esther was a mod. I forgot Dear Esther was a mod for Half-Life. So, that's pretty cool. Voice actor Nigel Carrington. Nigel Carrington. Definitely have to see if that's him. So, while we're sitting at the credits with no music apparently, I'm gonna search it up. Nope. It is not the same guy. Richard Topping plays Daniel. The voices sound kind of familiar. But I want to look up something else real quick. That's not what I wanted. Nope. But his voice sounds very, very familiar. I'd seen if it was the voice actor for the main character from Machine for Pigs, but I guess not. But his voice sounds very, very similar to Daniel. But anyways, this has been Dear Esther. I am the man, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.